Hi, welcome to VS Solutions. We have reinvented the integration between Microsoft Dynamics NAV and Outlook. Our solutions work with all Microsoft Dynamics NAV versions from 3.6 to NAV 2015 and all Outlook versions as of 2007. And they require minimum changes in your existing software because it comes with their own set of tables for buffers and setup. Today I want to talk to you about our email connector. The email connector is for importing emails from Outlook into NAV and linking them to contacts, jobs, opportunities. And today's video is about linking emails and attachments to purchase documents. So you can link a purchase invoice to a purchase order, or you can link a purchase invoice to an unposted purchase invoice. I'll show you this in a classic client to demonstrate that it works in all NAV versions. I want to run three scenarios with you. First one is that we receive an email where the system finds a purchase order based on a reference in the subject. The second scenario is that it finds a vendor, but there's no PO or PI found. And the third scenario is the scenario where no vendor is found. In the last two situations, I need to create the purchase invoice first. Let's go to NAV. Let's go to our Outlook connector menu. Let's first have a peek in the setup. In the general setup, you can indicate to what items you want to link to, like contacts or opportunities. But today's subject is about purchase. Let's have a look there. I can indicate that I want to link to purchase orders and or invoices. And I can indicate which type of attachments automatically need to be saved. Which means that if I receive, for instance, a PDF attachment, it's automatically saved against the PI or the PO that I link to. This saves some extra ticks, and I will show this to you later. Let's go to my Outlook messages. Let's wind this a little bit. In my other video, I showed you that I created a special folder to NAV in my Outlook and I linked them to contacts. When I say load, it loads the emails from that folder and it tries to link them to a contact or an opportunity or a job based on, for instance, the email address of the senders. In this case, it found a contact. Well, that's not the subject of today, because today's subject is about purchase. And for that reason, I have created a special folder, purchase invoices, in my Outlook. I'll show you. Purchase invoices. So during the day, I collect all the emails that I receive from my vendors that have a purchase invoice. I drag and drop them into the purchase invoice folder. And when I'm in NAV, I link this folder to my messages screen. I tell the system I want to import emails linked to a purchase document. And I say load. And it loads 3 emails in this case. If we look at the second line first, you can see that it already found a purchase order number. And this is because in the subject of the email, the vendor put in a reference number, which is a purchase order number. So the only thing I need to do here is I have to click on to import, and then I'm set. And I just showed you in the setup that it automatically selects a type of attachment. If I go into my attachments, you can see that the tick to import has already been set because it's a PDF type of file. So by ticking this box, it automatically ticked the box to import the attachment as well. So this is just to save time. You can imagine that if you are a user who has to process 50 or 100 invoices a day, that you save a lot of time not having to go to that second screen to tick the individual attachments. The first line is an invoice, and it already found the vendor based on the email address of the vendor. In this case, it's VS Solutions. There's no purchase invoice yet. So what I want to do is I want to import this to a purchase invoice. Note that the link to code is blank. And the last one is an invoice from DHL Express. And if you have doubts, you can look at the attachment and show, yeah, this is DHL Express. Let's close this. Go back. I want to import this against a purchase invoice. So I have told the system I want to import these three. The second line is already linked to a purchase order, but the first and third line have not been linked yet. Through functions, create purchase invoices. Do you want to create purchase invoices? I say yes. That's created one. This makes sense because I didn't indicate the vendor yet. DHL Express. Functions again. Create purchase invoice. Yes, I want to create. Another one has been created. So it has created two purchase invoices for me directly from this screen. Which means you can work in this screen, indicate which emails you want to import, indicate which purchase invoices you want to create, and when you're ready, you click on import, and it imports three emails and attachments. Let's have a look. Let's go to purchase, invoices. So if I look at my purchase invoice of, let's say, VS Solutions, I created a new button, Documents, where I can link to my emails and my attachments. So if I click on Attachments, I can see that it has imported the PDF as the attachment. If I click on Show, it actually shows me, of course, the invoice that the vendor sent me. In this case, Cronus bought the Outlook synchronization handler extended and the email connector. Let's close this. The only thing I need to do now is finalize the purchase invoice, which I could do by functions get receipt lines. For this scenario, I just create my line. I purchased some software. Let's call this email connector. And I only have to pay 6,500 euros for that. Let's put in the vendor number. And let's post this invoice. To post it, this. And if I now look at my posted purchase invoices through my history, I can see the posted invoice of VS Solutions. I created this same button here. And if I look at the attachments, you can see that the attachment has traveled from the purchase invoice to the posted purchase invoice. I can show it here again. There it is. And it has done it based on the pre-assigned number that it received when I created the purchase invoice. So going back to my email connector messages screen, I showed you, when I do load again, by the way, it all turns in red because this is the indicator you already imported this email with the attachment. From the Outlook messages screen, I could link them to a purchase order or purchase invoice if they already exist in Navision, or I can create a purchase invoice directly from the screen. So this is a huge time saver instead of opening all the emails and saving the attachments. You can all do this from this screen, and all the emails and attachments are saved in NAV with the corresponding purchase invoices. If you need more information about our solutions or the email connector specifically, you can go to our website where you can find fact sheets and a price list of all our products. Thank you for watching.